You walk through the door, the key turns, the bag drops, the day is finally over, and your cat is there. Sitting across the room, they look at you. For a second, your eyes meet. And then, slowly, they look away. Maybe they begin grooming a paw. Their gaze drifts toward the window. It's a small moment. A quiet one. But in that silence, a thought can creep in. A thought millions of cat owners have felt. Does my cat even care that I'm here? This feeling, this quiet moment of perceived rejection, is where our story begins. It's a story about what happens when we try to read the language of an animal who speaks in whispers. For a long time, popular culture painted a very specific picture of the cat. Even some early science did the same. They were described as asocial creatures, solitary. The stereotype was simple. If you wanted enthusiasm, you got a dog. If you wanted independence, you got a cat. So when we experience that quiet homecoming, it's easy to interpret it through that lens. We compare. We see the dog's eager greeting, bred into them over thousands of years, and we measure our cat against it. By that measure, the cat seems to fall short. The assumption becomes personal. They're ignoring me. They're aloof. They don't need me. It's a belief that has stuck. But as researcher Sharon Crowell Davis once noted, this idea is unfortunate. It persists despite a growing body of scientific evidence. Evidence that tells a very different story. In 2020, researchers at the universities of Sussex and Portsmouth looked closely at a behavior many cat owners have witnessed but never fully understood. They called it the slow blink sequence. Those half blinks, followed by that long, slow narrowing of the eyes. In their first experiment, they asked owners to slow blink at their own cats. The result? The cats blinked back. They performed significantly more slow blinks when their owners initiated this behavior, compared to when there was no interaction at all. But the second experiment was perhaps even more revealing. This time, a stranger performed the slow blink. Afterward, the cats were significantly more likely to approach that stranger, compared to when the stranger had simply maintained a neutral expression. The researchers' conclusion was clear. The slow blink sequence functions as a form of positive emotional communication between cats and humans. In the language of science, it's a cat smile. But what is happening beneath the surface? What drives this quiet exchange? A more recent study from 2024, conducted at Kyoto University, looked at a specific molecule, oxytocin, often called the love hormone or the bonding hormone. Oxytocin plays a crucial role in social bonding across many species. The researchers administered oxytocin to a group of cats, and they observed something fascinating. The cats, particularly the males, showed increased gazing toward their human companions. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Unlike dogs in a similar study, the cats didn't distinguish. Dogs only showed this effect toward their owners, but cats gazed more at both owners and strangers. The researchers suggest that for cats, oxytocin may function differently, less as a marker of, this is my special person, more as a general anxiety reducer. It lowers their vigilance. It helps them feel safe enough to engage in a social behavior like gazing. It's not about choosing a favorite. It's about choosing to feel safe. To understand why their bond works this way, we have to travel back in time. The ancestor of the domestic cat is the African wildcat, Felis sylvestris libica. For the most part, this was a solitary territorial animal. Their survival depended on independence. About 10,000 years ago, something shifted. Human civilization developed. So did grain stores. Grain stores attracted rodents, and rodents attracted wildcats. They began venturing closer to human settlements, drawn by a reliable source of prey. But here's the critical difference. Dogs were actively domesticated by humans for specific tasks. Hunting, guarding. Cats domesticated themselves. Humans didn't select them for obedience or eagerness to please. They simply tolerated their presence. The cats that could coexist near human resources thrived. When food became concentrated in one place, a granary, a rubbish dump, these wildcats discovered a new advantage. By forming loose groups, usually related females, they could cooperate. They could defend their territory. They could even raise their kittens communally. As animal behaviorist John Bradshaw explains, this is the origin of cat sociality. It's a flexible system. They can be solitary. They can be social. But they never fully lost the quiet independence of their wild ancestor. The modern cat carries a dual legacy: the capacity to bond, learned from living near us, and the deep-seated calm of a creature that once relied on no one but itself. So what does it mean when your cat looks at you and then looks away? In the feline world, a prolonged, direct stare is not a sign of affection. It's a threat. It's what a predator does before it attacks. When your cat looks at you and then deliberately averts their gaze, they are doing the opposite. They are sending a signal of peace. They are saying, I am not a threat. I feel safe in your presence. That slow blink we talked about, that's the invitation. It's an extension of that same peace signal. And it's not the only one. When a cat approaches you with their tail held straight up, they are signaling friendly intentions. Researchers call this the tail up approach. When they rub their cheeks against you, they are performing an ala rub, mixing their scent with yours, reinforcing a shared identity. Studies of feral cat colonies show that cats form what scientists call preferred associations. They choose specific individuals to spend time near. They have friends. Your cat isn't ignoring you. They are including you in their inner circle. They are speaking to you in a language so subtle, we've only just begun to understand it. Dogs were shaped by human hands. Their enthusiasm, their eagerness to please, is a product of centuries of selective breeding. It's written into their DNA. Cats chose a different path. They chose to walk beside us. When a dog wags its tail, it's doing what generations of domestication encouraged it to do. But when a cat slowly blinks at you from across the room, they are offering you something else. They are offering you trust. That gazing behavior, the one influenced by oxytocin, does more than just express safety. It creates it, for both of you. Your cat doesn't love you less because they are quiet. As researcher Kristen Vaudel puts it, cats have greater social potential and flexibility than was previously assumed. They simply love you in a language that doesn't demand to be heard, only to be felt. Of course, not every glance away is a signal of peace. Context matters. Most of the behaviors we've talked about, the calm look away, the slow blink, the quiet companionship, are signs of a secure and happy cat. But there are times when withdrawal means something else. According to the experts at the Ohio State University Indoor Pet Initiative, changes in a cat's environment can be significant life stressors. Moving furniture, new people in the house, the loss of a companion. When a cat is truly stressed, they don't just look away. They hide. Consistently, their body language changes. Ears flatten, eyes dilate, the tail tucks. They may eliminate outside the litter box. The difference is this: normal ignoring is calm and visible. Your cat may be across the room, but they are present. Stress-based withdrawal involves concealment and tension. It involves a sudden, persistent change in established patterns. If you see that, it's not a language lesson, it's a sign, and it may be time to consult a veterinarian. So next time you come home, try something different. Your cat meets you with a glance and a look away. Don't call their name. Don't chase them. Just sit down in the same space and slowly blink. You might be surprised to see them blink back. In that moment, you're not demanding their attention. You're speaking their language. You're telling them, in a way they instinctively understand, that you feel safe with them too. This is their greeting. It's not scheduled. It's not demanded. It's offered freely when they feel ready. And somehow, that makes it infinitely more meaningful. For decades, we misunderstood the quiet ones. We looked at their silence and saw coldness. We looked at their independence and saw rejection. But science is now revealing what the most observant cat owners always sensed. Those subtle glances, the slow blinks, the simple act of resting peacefully in the same room, these are not signs of indifference. They are signs of trust, safety, and belonging. They are a language refined over 10,000 years. Your cat doesn't see you as someone to perform for. They see you as someone to share the silence with. In a world that so often demands loud expressions of love, maybe there's something profoundly beautiful about a creature who offers their trust so quietly. If you'd like to understand more about what your cat is really saying, consider subscribing. Every week, we explore the hidden psychology of the animals we share our lives with. Until next time, watch closely. Your cat is communicating more than you know.